Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, Lord. Yeah.
It's barbecue time. The Spirit is in here.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Yeah, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
My pastor who's not here, Pastor Roosevelt Stanford, I come from neighborhood,
Stanford Temple.
Stanford Temple, Church of God of Christ.
Amen.
All right. You know, when you've been in the church field for a long time, you can run, but you can't hide.
Amen. All right.
God got a way of catching up with you.
Hello.
Come on now.
This pastor of this edifice house, Pastor Holiday.
Bless yourself, bless
It's a greeting and a blessing being here this morning.
Amen.
All right.
I just want y'all bear with me.
Amen.
Because God, when God gives you something,
Yeah.
you got to get the people of God tell you.
That's
Amen.
right.
God gave me the text on the command.
Yeah.
Things got to wait.
Amen. Right.
Like being in a crab net. You know, being caught up being a fisherman. If something in your net, tear it away from you so you can get loose and do what God tells you.
That's right.
All right.
But my text was the command.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
if y'all bear with me for a while, I'm going to bring you down through that part.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to go to Bible country, as we say in the Baptist way.
Okay.
All right.
I come from Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 6 and 2.
All right.
It says, for he said, in accepting times I have heard you, and in the days of salvation I have helped you. Behold, now is the accepting time, now is the day of salvation.
All right.
2 Corinthians 6 and 2, God says, listen, now is God's accepting time, not man's time. God accepting time.
Right.
Now is the time of salvation. Well, let me break down a little bit. It says, back in my mind, I remember a TV show that had a theme called These Are the Days.
Yeah.
Other day.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played,
Yeah.
songs that made the hit parade,
Yeah.
guys like us had it made.
Yeah.
These are the days.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a time when you thought about these things when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Then you said, these are the days. I'm sure we all have had some of these moments. Today I want to challenge you not to look at these days, but to see today, 2013.
All right.
And realize these are the days.
Yeah. Right.
What days are these? These are the days.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Elijah shaped the history of his days of dominion. Hebrews thinking of centuries afterward. Elijah's prophetic activities emphasized unconditional loyalty to God's required of the nation of Israel.
Okay.
His strange dress and appearance, 2 Kings 1 and 8. His fleetness of foot, 1 Kings 18 and 56.
All right.
His rugged constitution that resisted famine, 1 Kings 19 and 8. And his crave dealing habits, 1 Kings 17 and 3. All suggest we have robust outdoor type personality.
All right.
Elijah was opposed to the acceptance standards of his days when belief in many gods were normal. He appeared in the role of God's instrument of judgment upon a wayward Israel because of his nation's widespread idolatry. The miracle that Elijah performed occurred during the period when a life or death struggle took place between the religions of Jehovah and Baal worship. Elijah's view was in conflict with those of King Ahab.
Right.
All right.
Ahab had attempted to cultivate economic ties with Israel's neighbors, especially Tyrus. One of the consequences was that he had married Jezebel,
All right.
a daughter of Ethel, king of Tyre. Ahab saw no harm in participating in the religion of his neighbors, particularly in the region of his wife.
Yeah.
All right.
Therefore, he established a center of Baal worship and Tamara, influenced by Jezebel. Ahab gave himself to the worship of Baal. Thus Ahab appeared on the scene. Elijah understood that the nation of Israel had a mission to preserve its religious system, the worship of one of God's true God in a pure form without any mixture of any ideal worship.
Right.
Y'all bear with me for a moment.
Come on now.
Elijah was strongly opposed to the worship of pagan gods such as Baal and Ashtoreth.
Right.
This uncompromising standard often endangered his life by bringing him in conflict with those of position of power, especially Queen Jezebel and her power.
All right.
Elijah's impact on the prophetic movement among the Hebrew people was extensive. He stands as the transitional figure between Samuel, the apostle, and anointing of kings, and later writing prophets.
All right.
Like the prophet who followed him, Elijah emphasized Israel's responsibility for total commitment to their God and the covenant, responsible which God had his people to sworn to each side.
All right.
These are the days that believers must
These are
stand
the
in
days.
boldness and prophetic declare what thus said the Lord.
Amen.
Declare the word in the midst of the dark, sinful world. When a president is sworn in that stands against everything we stand for and believe, dare to declare the truth. Declare his word even though it is not popular. At a time when the church, for the most part, thinks that in order to reach the world, we must become like them. I will stand up and be different. I still believe what the word declares in Romans 1:16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel, which the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believes, to the Jew and also to the Greek. If anyone can bring any change, it's the church under the anointing of the Holy Spirit. These are the days.
These are the days.
The name Ezekiel in the Hebrew means God will strengthen.
Yes.
He was a prophet to the cultivate children of Israel.
All right.
I believe that the Lord is saying that these are the days that the church must rise up.
Come on now.
To these that have kept us by sin and distress. The deliverance has come.
Come on now.
Ezekiel 37, 1-10. The hand of the Lord was upon me. There is out in the spirit of the Lord. And set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones.
Amen.
And caused my way to pass for them was round about, and behold, there was very man in the open valley, and lo, they were dry bones. Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Amen.
Thus says the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live. And I will lay sinew upon you, and you will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and you shall live, and you shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as it was commanded. I prophesied there was a noise, and behold, the shaking and the bones came together, bone to this bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinew and the flesh came together upon them, and the skin covered them about, but there was no breath in them. Then said the Lord unto him, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thou said the Lord, come unto the four winds, O breath of rain upon these flames, that they may live. So I prophesied as I had commanded me, and breathed me into them, and they lived and stood up on their feet, an exceedingly great army. It is time for the church to rise up on their feet. Come on! Exceedingly great army. These are the days. I was getting somewhere. John, say not thee that yet your mouth, four-mouth, and then come forth. Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes and look up on the field, for they are white already of the harvest. Church, the harvest is ready. It's time to reap. Even labor in the field. Now we get to my theme. Matthew 9:37 through 8. Then said unto his disciples, the harvest shall be plentiful, but the labor few. Pray ye therefore that the Lord of the harvest, that you will send forth labor in the harvest. Notice he said the harvest is plentiful.
Yeah.
All right.
In Luke, it says great.
Great.
I believe that the harvest he's talking about is the harvest we're going to see compared to that in these days of Acts. I believe that we're going to see souls come in by hundreds and even thousands.
Yeah.
Laborers. However, we must first be willing to say, here I am.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
These are the days that we must grab our
Yeah.
sickle, the word, the us in the harvest field. Mark 4:29.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when the fruit is brought forth, immediately he put it in his sickle because the harvest has come. Closing. The time will fall for me to tell of Moses. I heard someone mention about Moses earlier.
Yes, sir.
The righteous of righteousness,
Yeah.
the restorer of righteousness. But David said, rebuilding the temple of praise, or the song says, the point is as the old text says, now is God's acceptance time. These are the days. These are the days of the church. To the day is salvation.
Yeah.
All right.
Amen. That men must come together and be men of their own house.
Yeah.
And these are the days. We must be followers and not leaders.
Yeah.
We must be the man that God calls each and every one.
That's right. That's right.
These are the days when the women shouldn't have to bring the kids to church. Men should have bring take their place. Everyone take their place.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
What a mighty word that
Come on, Joe.
God has allowed us to hear on this morning.
Yeah.